Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain about the short circuit power consumption. Okay. So here this is the second one of total power consumptions, that is the short circuit power consumption. So the name itself, it is there, short circuit. Okay. So what is that short circuit means? If you consider suppose an NMOS inverter. Okay. What happened at a particular point? I explained about the CMOS inverter circuit. Okay, there we have considered a diagram like this. It is the current that is flowing in this inverter circuit, as I have indicated like this. Okay, so here this is the current what we have, and the current will be maximum in this region. This is the third region. So here we have we have divided 1 2 uh, 4 5 like that. I have divided the diagram and I have explained that at this point there will be a both NMOS and PMOS transistors will be on condition. Okay, so because of that the more amount of current will flows, that's why the graph will be like this. Okay, so there will be some relation is there for the diagram and this short circuit power consumption. Okay, so here what is that? At a particular point, at a particular voltage, what happened is at an incidence, there will be NMOS and PMOS, both will be goes into the on condition. Okay, so at that point both will be on condition means what happened here? If this PMOS and NMOS both are in on condition, so there will be a current flow between the VDD and the ground. Okay, that is nothing but and at the same time, instead of charging this load capacitance, the more current will flows between the power rails. The power rails means here VDD and VSS. Okay, so this is called as what? Short circuiting of this VDD and ground. Okay, so because of that the current will goes from VDD to the ground. So that is called as what? The short circuit power consumption. Or here the power or the energy will be drawn from the VDD or power supply to the ground. Okay, instead of charging this load capacitance, there will be a flow of current is taking place between VDD and ground. So this type of power consumption is called as what? Short circuit power consumption. Okay, so here I have considered to explain that short circuit power consumption, this inverter circuit, right? So if a CMOS inverter or logic gate is driven with input voltage waveforms with finite rise and fall time, both the NMOS and PMOS transistors in the circuit may conduct simultaneously for a short amount of time during switching. Okay, that's what I told. Okay, at a particular point there will be both NMOS and PMOS transistors will be conduct simultaneously, and therefore because of that there will be a short circuit established between, or the direct current path will be established between the power supply VDD and the ground. Okay, so that's what here we have. This arrow mark indicates there will be a current flow, short circuit current flow between VDD and this ground. Okay, the current component which passes through both the NMOS and PMOS devices during switching does not contribute the charging of the capacitance. Instead of doing the charging of capacitance, so what the current will do means direct path established between this VDD and ground. Okay, so that is called as what? The short circuit current component. Okay, for a simple analysis, consider a symmetric CMOS inverter, and the time average short circuit current drawn from the power supply is, so that I average is equal to short circuit current, or I average short circuit. Average short circuit current is equal to 1 by 12 K tau F clock by VDD minus 2 VT whole cube. So this is the average short circuit current. And if you consider the power supply or power consumption, average power consumption of short circuit power consumption, so that equation is equal to 1 by 12 K into tau F clock VDD minus 2 VT whole cube. Okay, so here what we will consider is here what we'll consider is Kn and Kp are both are equal, and at the same time the tau p and tau n also we will consider as the equal values, so that we will calculate that average short circuit current component or the power consumption we will get is these equations. Okay, now the short circuit power dissipation is how we can reduce this. Okay, The short circuit power dissipation can be reduced by making the output voltage transition times larger and or by making the input voltage transition times smaller. Okay, either way we can reduce by both ways we can reduce. The first one is what? The output voltage transition time, we will make that one as larger, or we can make that input voltage transition times will be smaller. So that because here if you observe this one here, tau is nothing but the transition time here. If you reduce that input transition time, automatically this average value will be reduced. Okay, so this is about the short circuit power consumption. Thank you for watching. Subscribe our channel.